So I think it'd be smart. Okay, so for anyone who's just joining the stream, we are going to discuss our expectations of BlizzCon 2021. So what we mean by predictions is what are we expecting to be announced or told to us at BlizzCon, and what are we expecting to get in the immediate future? Because I think everybody knows now Overwatch 2 is not coming out soon. It's maybe best like earliest late 2021, probably early 2022 or mid to early 2022. So with that in mind, let's first discuss our minimum expectation, and then we can go off that to decide what's surprisingly good and what's surprisingly bad. So I think first thing, minimum expectation, or let's just put expectations. So what I'm expecting is, first and foremost, sorry, Overwatch 2 is not is delayed. I see, delayed is a loaded term, but I'm going to use it anyways, because delayed indicates that they announced a specific date, which they never did. However, we all know that it was kind of implicitly told to us that it was coming soon. TM last BlizzCon, November 2019, we got told, hey, Overwatch 2, here you go. Jeff said at BlizzCon we will most likely still talk about Overwatch 2 next BlizzCon. But bear in mind, that was planned for November 2020, and we're now in February 2021. So even granted, we say that, let's say they thought that I think that when they announced Overwatch 2 at BlizzCon 2019, they thought by BlizzCon 2020 we'll probably be ready to show them the game. Like, we'll have the game ready, and they'll either their plan was probably to release the beta then, or to announce the release of the full title. That's my guess. Is that we can only work off guesses. None of us really know. So my guess is that they were hoping by now they would at least have a beta. My expectation is that there will not be a beta. No beta. And I think they probably have to announce something to keep us happy. So maybe like new hero or new map for Overwatch 1. And maybe a new cinematic question mark. Fox Gorilla support for Overwatch 1. Cinematic is guaranteed because it's BlizzCon. That's true. So I think we can remove the question mark probably. Free to play Overwatch 1. That would be probably... So let's think, is there anything else we expect that we can kind of reasonably think, yeah, this is coming? Do we expect any changes to the rank system or anything? No, I doubt it. Maybe like a patch that drops at the same time. New patch, question mark. Showcase a push mode. Okay, well let's, yeah, I think that's fair to put showcase push, and we'll put a question mark to it. And we know that we're going to get legendary box with Reinhardt skin. That we know this is announced. More info on talents. I don't think they're going to talk too much about Overwatch 2. I don't think, expectation wise, I don't think we're going to get a lot. Some news about Overwatch 2 and its format, question mark. I think that's fair to expect some progress on that, but whether we get that some progress, who knows? I think that's probably fair as just base expectations, right? Maybe next Overwatch League season news. I don't know if Blizzard does that. Yeah, I don't think they'll do that at BlizzCon. Okay, so surprisingly good then. With that in mind, surprisingly good would be we have a beta. We have a beta. Yeah, a release date. A release date slash window. Let's put release date slash window. Something for hero bans? No, they're not going to do that this quick. They're not going to make huge changes to Overwatch 1 until Overwatch 2 comes out. So I think the best we could expect for is like multiple new heroes. And then let's say surprisingly good would be new mode. New mode. Maybe or tournament. What else would be interesting, I suppose? Or ranked queue. I don't expect this. This is unlikely, incredibly unlikely. But of course, I suppose that fits into the surprisingly good category. Development resources moving back to Overwatch so we get some more like control for Overwatch 1 until Overwatch 2 releases. Doubt that. How many new heroes at the same time? We have only one every 6 to 12 months. Huge balance problems. It doesn't work like that, Ninja. Like dropping multiple heroes, yes, will shake up the meta, but that's also in a good way. It's not that the new hero's arrival is inherently a problem. It's broken heroes being dropped that is inherently a problem. So having multiple heroes would not necessarily be bad if they were fair heroes. User created hero, that's not even in the realm of possibility, Rapier Man. Different competitive rewards instead of golden guns. I don't think they've changed that. I don't think they're going to make like big sweeping changes to Overwatch 1 before Overwatch 2. Whereas, like a ranked queue or a new mode wouldn't be like a huge change, but I think that having like, something like that would be too big a change. So I don't think maybe an announcement of all that stuff would be, full. Let's put full details on format, changes, and scope of Overwatch 2. This would be like birthday present. So I think if we got complete transparency on like, okay, this is what Overwatch 2 is going to look like, right? You're going to get free to play. It's going to be a battle pass. You're going to like, the game is set up like this. So basically picture the PvE to be Diablo, picture the PvP to be better than what it is right now. That's Overwatch 2. That would be, I think, delightful. That would delight me on the full details of the format scope of Overwatch 2. I don't see any world where we would get anything more than this or like anything beyond the scope of this. New stat system. Again, I don't think they'd do that in Overwatch 1. They'd do that in Overwatch 2, but I don't think they'd give us now a new stat system. Like to do the whole stat system would require a complete overhaul and would require the complete player base to figure around it. Jeff Kaplan skin. Clan system. Maybe some sort of guild system. Early guild. I'll put like early guild system question mark. Right? Maybe some early version of it which they can test in advance of Overwatch 2. Maybe. Unlikely, but maybe. This is, I think, all of these would be, any or all of these would be surprisingly good. I think let's head over to surprisingly bad. Surprisingly bad. I think no Overwatch 2 news would be surprisingly bad. That would be a new level of shit from Blizzard, if I'm being honest. No new content confirmed until release of Overwatch 2. This would also be bad. This would also be surprisingly bad. What else? New character announced as OP as release Brig. I think we'd take an OP new character because we've got nothing right now. But again, even if you don't think this will happen, what would be surprisingly bad? I suppose details of Overwatch 2 that are terrible choices, right? So, e.g., a bad shift in format, high entry costs, no transfers from Overwatch 1 items, cosmetics, etc. So that I think would be bad. Monthly subscription fee and microtransactions, yeah, stuff like that basically would all fall into that. No gameplay would be bad, yeah. Let's say no gameplay or cinematic. Again, that it's unlikely, but it would fit under the surprisingly bad category. Even if they told us about bad systems, I prefer that to nothing. Well, they're both covered in this category. So either we get no news or we get bad news. I think we are entitled to expect some news, but if there's bad news, that's not good. No apology on the lack of content or communication. Yeah, that could be fair. I think surprisingly bad would be if they were just like, if they don't acknowledge anything, if they like no acknowledgement of lack of content / silence. I think that, I'm not saying that they have to say sorry or anything, but I think if they were to be like, what do you mean? What do you mean lack of content? We've been giving, because some of the noise they've made has been along this lines where sometimes they're like, what do you mean lack of content? If you note, we actually gave you one hero and Kanezaka. So what do you talk about? Shut the fuck up. So yeah, I don't think an apology or anything is necessary, but I think an explanation of what's been going on and also understanding the player base is frustrated, and rightly so, that nothing has come for a long time, or nothing significant has come for a long time, would be bad. I think would be bad PR. So is anything of this fair, unfair, anything we need to change, move, or add in terms of what we can expect from BlizzCon? Nothing on plans for World Cup next year. I think that would sort itself out. I don't think, again, it's something they would discuss at BlizzCon because it's not explicitly Overwatch news. Like, the World Cup is just comes and goes with live BlizzCons. There's actually less content now than before because Paris and Horizon aren't in comp. True, less maps than before. I have higher minimum expectations, so I would change that. Again, I'm not saying that expectations is in this case is not what I expect. It's what, as in what I expect from my perspective. It's what I expect Blizzard to give us. There's a bit of a difference there. This is not necessarily me saying I would be happy if this middle category was fulfilled. I'm saying this is what I expect Blizzard to say and do. Paris or Horizon reworks? Yeah, I doubt it, but sure, let's put that in here. Yeah, basically the theme is we're starved for content. We're desperately looking for any news about Overwatch 2. And we just want to know what's coming our way, when is it coming our way. I think that's what we would expect. So the reason I want to make this is that after BlizzCon happens, I want to maybe go back to this slideshow and compare for ourselves and say, okay, well, which of our expectations were met? What was surprisingly good? What was surprisingly bad? More workshop updates? Possibly. But again, I don't think they discussed that necessarily at BlizzCon, considering how niche it is. Like, new workshop updates will only make a very small section of the community happy, so I don't think they'd be like, here we go, workshop is what you've all been waiting for. Do you think they'll have substantial interviews and panel type stuff they had for actual BlizzCon or not? Well, I think they said that they would do a mix, right? Bad Pachimari? They said that they would do some live, some pre-recorded. So I expect that they'll have some sort of panel. I don't know how, though. They haven't really spoken about how they're going to, whether they're going to interview, whether they're going to have any questions that you can give. Because what would we be like? What would BlizzCon be without the quality Q&A where someone inevitably is like, is this an out-of-season April Fool's joke? Where would BlizzCon be without that? Yeah, again, I don't see them implementing anything I said to them, Rapier Man. I really, really don't. If I'm being honest, I don't even think they've read my report. That's how little I think they gave a fuck. If I am honest, I don't think they actually even read my report. Yeah, so maybe like a voice actor panel, maybe something like that. So those are our predictions. I think, to summarize, basically, I think that, yeah, we're probably going to get, this is what I think is going to happen. Jeff's going to come up. He's going to be like, hey guys, it's been a tough year for all of us, and I hope you've been keeping well. It's been real tough for the Blizzard team, but we've been doing a great job, and you know, we've been trying really hard here at Blizzard headquarters to give you guys the news for Overwatch 2 that you've been desperate for. So here's a cinematic, and then the cinematic plays. It's some more in, like, you know, Overwatch 2 related setting up. And then he's like, so I know you're all excited for a new map, or are you excited for knowing when the game's going to come out? And I just want to tell you that we're working really hard, on it, and expect news about it soon. In the meantime, I know you guys are eager for new content, so let me tell you that we're going to have one awesome new hero. It is Fox Moon Girl coming to Overwatch 1 really soon. I'm really excited for this one. I'm really excited to share this with you guys. The team is really excited. I'm really excited. Let's go. Poggers in the chat. Let me give you this new hero. And then he's going to be like, as you already know, we have the Reinhardt skin coming. So I'm excited to share this crossover with you guys. And there's going to be a new patch where we've made some changes. We're going to give some buffs to tanks, because I know you guys have been talking about tanks. So tank buffs coming. It's gonna make it really fun. I know you guys are really hyped. So look forward to this. And here's some more information about the push mode. As you can see, it's really dynamic mode. It really changes up the way Overwatch is played. And I'm really looking forward to how you guys are going to mess around with this. I'm sure you got great ideas. Have you been practicing this impersonation? No, this is off the top. And, you know, I just really want to thank you guys for the awesome enthusiasm you've showed for everything we've been doing here at Blizzard. So keep going, guys. And also, Hansa OP, fuck you guys, let's go. And then he signs off, peace off, he drops the mic, runs away. And then I think that's it. I think that's what we can expect. If we get lucky, he comes in and he says we have a beta. And if we're unlucky, he's just like, if we're unlucky, Jeff is going to come in and be like, hey guys, Overwatch 2 is coming. Bye. And that's it. Or like, you know, Overwatch 2 is coming. Here's a new cinematic. Bye. And that's it. That would be bad. So that's my summary, I think, of what we can expect. Oh yeah. Shout out to Zach and Jesse from the Overwatch team. They've been doing such hard work to give you guys this complete and new overhaul of the medal system. That's actually the same system, but now instead of gold, silver, and bronze, it's actually green, yellow, and blue. So we've been testing this out, and we think you're really gonna love this. we really think that it's gonna revolutionize the way you guys see medals because we're sick of people saying gold medals, and we want you to say blue medals. So go ahead with that. Go nuts. So yeah, usually some acknowledgement to some dev. Who knows? Who knows? These are predictions. We don't know. I would love it if we were surprised. And to be honest, I think they have been downplaying expectations with an eye to giving us what we didn't expect. But we don't know. It could also just be a classic Blizzard move, which is downplay and still fail to meet what you said you downplayed.